He was the kind of man who never raised his voice. He spoke gently, waited his turn, respected space, and never rushed anything. His calmness wasn't a weakness, it was a decision, a choice he made to protect peace over power. And she admired that at first. She said, "You're different. I love your calm energy." She felt safe with his silence. But slowly, something changed. The same silence she once found comforting began to irritate her. The calm became boring. The patience became weakness in her eyes. She didn't say it out loud, but the shift was clear. And as she changed, so did he. Not in a sudden explosion, but in a quiet decay. Over time, that calm man turned into someone else. And one day, when he finally snapped, she looked at him and said, "You've changed." But the truth is, she changed him. Most women don't turn men angry by yelling or cheating. They do it slowly, through tiny psychological cuts. At first, she ignores a story you're excited to share. Then, she laughs harder at another man's joke than yours. Later, she compares you to someone else and says, "Why can't you be more like him?" You let it go, not because it didn't hurt, but because you were raised to be patient. You tell yourself it's not worth arguing. You swallow the sting, again and again and again. But every time you stay silent, your soul takes a hit. Your smile fades, your back stiffens, your words dry up. You become a volcano in slow motion, and no one notices until you erupt. Women often don't understand this transformation because it happens silently. They're not trained to notice it. Most women respond to emotional feedback. They react to action. But patient men don't react. They absorb. They give chances. They try to understand. But patience without boundaries is a slow suicide. She pushes a little, then a little more. And when there's no resistance, she begins to lose respect. And here's the cruel twist. The more patient you are, the more she tests you. Not because she's evil, but because she needs to feel the edge of your spine. And when she never finds it, she gets bored. That's when the real games begin. At first, she withholds affection. Not in a dramatic way, just small rejections. She turns her back when you reach out. She answers with one-word replies. She forgets to kiss you goodbye. Then comes the emotional invalidation. You try to explain how you feel, and she replies, "You're overthinking." Or worse, "You're too emotional." So now, you feel pain, and you're also told that the pain itself is wrong. That's double damage. And still, you stay. You tell yourself, she's just going through something. But deep inside, you're bleeding. Then comes the subtle public humiliation. She mocks you in front of friends, makes sarcastic jokes about you. You laugh with them, pretending it doesn't hurt. You think being cool means absorbing the insult. But that laughter is hiding a slow destruction. Because in that moment, your dignity is being traded for temporary peace. And the worst part? She acts sweet after, tells you she's only joking, says you're being too serious. And once again, you doubt yourself. Maybe you are the problem, right? Maybe you're just too sensitive? By now, you've stopped speaking your mind. You walk on eggshells. You try to be even calmer, even quieter, hoping it will bring back the peace. But the more passive you become, the more invisible you feel. And invisibility builds resentment. A man can only shrink for so long before something inside him breaks. When that happens, when his tone finally sharpens, when his voice rises for the first time, she's shocked. "What's wrong with you?" she asks. "You never used to be like this." No, you didn't used to be like this. You were kind, patient, forgiving. You were the man who tried. But she didn't want that version, not really. She wanted someone with boundaries. Someone who would say no. Someone who would check her behavior. But you thought patience would prove your love. You thought silence was strength. And in the end, that silence became your sentence. Many men don't even realize they're angry until it's too late. Until the outburst ruins everything. And the sad part? Society always blames the man for snapping. No one asks how many times he swallowed his feelings. No one counts the emotional cuts he endured in silence. They only see the explosion, not the slow burn. And women, they play the victim. I don't know what happened. He just changed. But the truth is, men don't just change. They adapt. And sometimes, that adaptation is ugly. So what can a man do? Should he stop being calm? No. Calmness is power. But it needs boundaries. You must teach people how to treat you, especially the woman you love. If she disrespects you, say it clearly. If she mocks you, walk away. If she belittles your emotions, show her the door. Patience doesn't mean staying silent forever. A stoic man doesn't react with rage, but he also doesn't tolerate slow poison. You either confront the storm or leave before it becomes a hurricane. There is nothing weak about leaving someone who doesn't respect your peace. In fact, it's the strongest move you can make. Because a man who truly values peace will never allow someone to turn it into pain. So if you're a patient man who's slowly turning into someone you don't recognize, it's time to choose. Will you keep absorbing the damage until you explode? Or will you reclaim your power before it's too late? This world doesn't need more angry men. It needs strong, clear, emotionally aware men who know when to walk away. Calm isn't silence. Calm is clarity. Choose clarity. Choose peace. Choose yourself. Subscribe Stoic 95.